Look at all these things. Gallery. Ah, so they have like concept art and stuff. Okay. I was wondering if there was something here that like kept track of all my achievements or whatever, but doesn't look like it. I'm seeing some rogue bits of green on the side. That side. I could just get another. See? Let's see if I can grab one of these. Ooh. Hexagreen. It's so strange how it works. That it's like always kind of like coming in and out. It's like flashing. Because when we perceive color, we see it as more stable than I guess it is, you know, with regards to light and all that. Whoa. Okay. I'm disappearing. Look at me. It's like I'm a ghost. That's so crazy. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. Little specks. God, get them. Oh. No, I'll get them. This is a productive use of my time. Let me just pick something like this and then see if I can. Ooh. I mean, that's fine. What if I get rid of this other chroma key? I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Maybe. I think it's fine. I don't see any, like, you know, wagglies, like any pixels out there. I mean, like, yes, of course, like, this stuff is not, it's not great, but it's whatever. It's whatever. It's close enough. Maybe. Okay. Let's load the game. I made 2 saves for some reason. Who knows why? Okay, so last time we went to the trial place to do the trial of courage, and there we got the rat's tail, which is a symbol of our courage, and we brought it over to the King of Dragons, Bahamut, and he upgraded our characters into new classes. We're more powerful now. And then we went into a waterfall and we got a thing from a machine that I guess it lets us breathe underwater. And then we brought it over to a barrel someone had prepared, I guess which was by a ghost. And then we went underwater to help out the mermaids. And we defeat the Kraken, which was like doing stuff with the water crystal. So we unblocked the water crystal, and we got the Rosetta Stone from there, and we brought it to Dr. Un in Melmond, and he taught us Lufenian, and we went over and we talked to those Lufenians with our warp cube and stuff, and yes, we learned about how we can... No, it wasn't... Okay. We gained the ability to breathe underwater by saving the fairy, actually just purchasing her from a caravan and bring her back to her lake. And we got the warp cube from the waterfall in the machine. And the warp cube, what it can do is it can take us up above into the fortress in the sky, where the fourth crystal is, which I guess is the crystal wind. And that is via the Mirage Tower in the Dangle Desert. Yes, so that's what we're doing. Alright, where did I park? Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. I see the dot on the map that indicates where we parked our little airship. Let's hit him with a fire. Whew. Yes, our airship apparently can't handle a few daggone trees. It can't also handle any water, despite being, you know, just a ship with some helicopter blades attached to it. Okay, it's here that the Mirage Tower is. And I guess we'll land here. That's the closest place, I think. Okay. Oh, I didn't know there would be an actual, like, inside part to the Mirage Tower. I thought we would just, like, arrive there and just beam ourselves up, just like Scotty. Oh wow, there's a ton of chests here. What about on the outer rim? Are there chests on the outer rim? Nope, don't see any. We can also just like quickly go up a level if we want to, but for now let's try to look at the chests. Medusas. What are ladies weak to? Fire? Are snake ladies weak to fire? It looks like it did enough. They're weak enough to fire. You know, just jot that down in your little... Oh, there's a machine over there. 13,000... 1,300 gil. Not 13,000. Yep. Healing Helm. Is that another one of those things where, like, if you use it, then it does a thing? A helm that casts heal when used. Okay. I really need to test out how those things work. I mean, I've seen other RPGs where you just use them in the inventory and then they're gone. But I'm wondering if these are multiple use or not. Corpo Sword. That is a downgrade, and it's not got anything special to it. Tiger's weak too. I know I know cats don't like it when they're like when it's cold. Cats prefer hot environments. You know, you always catch a cat, you know, soaking in the sun because it can absorb the heat that way, and it can expend less energy on keeping itself warm. Aegis Shield. Anything special? Guards against stone and poison. Okay. What was the lightning? Okay, okay. It's better to have like the protection against these status effects. Because it is annoying having to always cast my little Poisonas. Boom, boom, boom. What's this robot guy got to tell me? Master, we have waited so long. Does the warp cube confuse them into thinking I'm the master, or is it that they just see a human and think, ah, this is a species that I am subservient to? What are these things? Okay, those things are apparently nothing. Okay. Guess we better go down through the bottom. Let me check one of these healing items, one of these equipments that are spells, and see how they work. Right. Is it gone? Is it gone? No, it's not gone. It... Oh! Are they infinite use? Should I have been keeping my little equipment that could cast spells? I need to test this more. Is it maybe that there's a small chance or something that it'll break? Okay, so there's a big old room in the middle that's probably a bunch of chests. And I basically just need to go in a spiral formation. Let's keep using this healing helm. See how far it takes us. Maybe. Kinanaka amang sila na eh. What are these dudes? They're guardians, but they look like... They look like some Star Wars creatures. Man, I should have been keeping that. I should have been keeping those items. I didn't expect them to be multi-use like this. I thought it was just like a one-time thing. I keep spilling water on myself. Oh, okay. I don't need to go in like a perfect spiral. I just can turn here into the right and get to that inner circle. Ah. They're arranged in like sort of a circle, like a discussion group in a classroom. I wonder what these guys are discussing. Thor's hammer. Ooh, a hammer that casts Thundara when used. You think that Thor, the god of thunder, would be able to, I don't know, cast something a little bit higher than Thundara? At least give us a Thundaga. Why are these guys so weak? Jeez. Cracking open another pink Dr. Pepper. These are like one of my favorite sodas right now. The pink Dr. Pepper is so good. It's like candy. It is. Okay. Sunblade Dragon Mail. Guards against fire and ice. Cool. Sword that's effective against the undead. Right. Okay. So now that we've got the defender off, we can cast Blink if we want it. Which, sure. Ah, it's another one of these robots. Our friend left on a journey to the west. Ooh! Son Goku? Son Goku? Sun Wukong? Yeah. He took the warp cube and went to see our master. Okay. We already met him. That's the friend they're talking about. It was not Sun Wukong. It was a nameless robot guy. Thunderbolt! Who is this, Pikachu? What happened to the regular thunder spells? Ah, here's a forced fight. We're good. It's fine. Oh, this is just the blue dragon. We've done this. We met one of you guys outside this room. Use the warp cube to travel beyond the sky. It will take you to the flying fortress. Ah, it's got this cool mystical quality to the music. Reminds me of like a... It gives me the vibes of like a clock, ice. Ancientness, you know? I don't know music theory, I don't know, you know, any music history, so these are these are the words I've got to use. Okay, so there's stairs to the north and then chests all around. Let's go to the south first. There's only one chest here. Maybe that indicates it's a good chest. You know, it's maybe it's an elitist treasure where I got Adventurous Wayfarer achievement. Travel to all locations. I guess the end of the game is not far. I don't remember much happening after you get the 4 crystals. I remember you just go to the final boss. Defender. Okay, sure. Razor. Scourge when used. I haven't actually come across Scourge before. I could, like, you know, test it, but I'm a little bit lazy. I'd rather just auto battle when I can. Flare! This coward. Casting Flare and then running. That's a Donald Duck ass move. Kill. Kill. Protect ring. Healing Helm. Okay. So we got the second one, I guess just in case we lose the first one. Oh, we already have Protect Rings on. Wait, do these cast Protect when you use them? No. They don't seem to, but they guard against instant death. Okay. So since we all have Protect Rings, I guess we don't need the Null Death spell that Lois has. Ah, these ones, I'm gonna need some magic. We're gonna need to bake these flans. Oh, we could be... well, let's try the Mage's Staff. Oh, I guess only one person can use that stuff at a time. Okay. Saber. I wonder what Saber is. Oh, Scourge is, I guess, like Bio in the other games, where it's like a poison damage. Okay, cool. Good to know. I wonder if the items, the spell from the items are also dependent on the user's stats. Like, maybe I can use the Fyra and it'll it'll be more powerful with Brian than it will with Peter. Alright. 6 rooms, one pair of stairs. These guys are so strange. These golems. Why they've got like a little cheesecake pose? Cottage, Mithril Helm. I think we're beyond Mithril Helm, right? Yeah. And that's what Stewie's currently got, and then... Yeah. Peter's got a Diamond Helm, which is better. Diamond gloves. Do we have diamond gloves on our boy? Our boy Peter? I guess they're not... Huh. I guess they're not as good as Protectoring. That, like, they're the same, like, raw stats, but it doesn't have any special effects. Diamond Shield. Ribbon. Everyone can use a ribbon, right? Elemental attacks and status effects. Mithril. Doesn't have as much raw defense. But I wonder if the trade-off is worth it. It might be. Yeah, let's use the ribbon. Black robe. White robe. Okay, these look like they're gonna be for our white and black wizards, right? A robe that guards against ice and time irregularities. Irregularities. What does the ruby armlet get? Oh, it's nothing. Okay. So these are strictly better because they have like... they have added effects. Robe that guards against fire and instant death. Cast Invisora when used. Okay. We're already protected against instant death with the protect rings, but... whatever. I guess you can never be too safe against death. Alright, we've got 2 more rooms. What is that? Is that an enemy? Adamantite! Oh, right. The dwarves, they were talking about the adamantite. That you can make it into, like, super strong equipment. I be just doing... I just be doing anything. Just try to burn those calories. You know, I'm just playing video games like everything's Wii Fit. More money. Okay. Next floor we go. Ah, another one of those robot fellas. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 side rooms. What you gotta tell us? From this observation window, you can look out on the entire world. Oh! That's cool. I didn't know they had like touristy things like that. I wonder if they also have one of those things where you can put in a penny and have it press it into some kind of like souvenir. I was always like a little bit sad that, you know, you were destroying a penny, but no one gives a fuck about pennies. No one cares. The 4 forces of fire, earth, and water and wind appear as mist converging on a single point. A point at the center of the 4 altars. This must be the location of the Chaos Shrine. Yes. They're like collecting the gas in the Chaos Shrine location. Okay. Why are they gonna give me... Why are they gonna give me, like, a basic potion this far into the game? Huh. That's interesting. The bottom 2 rooms, they don't seem to have chests. They seem to have... stone tablets, I guess, instead? Hilaga! Did it just come from a tough fight or something? Why did it start with Hilaga? Are there other people fighting? Other than me in here? Yo, gold needle. Oh, these are fire hydrants. Mage's staff probably wouldn't be that great. It's not enough of an inconvenience for me to stop the auto attack. Sasuke, That's Sasuke's blade. That sounds like a ninja weapon. If there ever were one, yes. Small katana used by a ninja. I guess its advantage is just its raw attack stat and stuff. My back's been bothering me, like... Not like a ton, but a little bit lately. It just, you know, it feels compressed. I need something to stretch it out. Oh, okay. Finally we got like a little shield thing for our girl. A large cloak worn over armor. You know, she's a little bit more covered up now. A little bit more modest. You know, she won't be tempting these monsters. I got my little fan, you know, just in case I work up a sweat with all the moves I'm doing. Okay. Woo. What are these, huh? Analyzing Tiamat. No known weakness. Analyzing Tiamat. No known weakness. Okay, so I guess these are like computer terminals or something. Since Tiamat is the fiend of wind, you would think that earth spells or something. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, like, because if you're flying or something, then like a quake or something, you could probably dodge. But what if you just like throw a big old rock? No weakness, no weakness, no weakness, no weakness, no weakness, no weakness, no weakness. All right. Very fruitful these last two rooms. No weakness doesn't mean it doesn't have a weakness. It means just that they don't know it. They don't know it. If something is flying, my first instinct is hit him with thunder, hit him with lightning, you know? Clap those things. Oh? 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 There are no rooms, just these stairs up ahead. I don't think the original Final Fantasy 1 gave you like such an extensive map right off the bat. I think it was probably something you had like to feel around for. So a big map like this, you know, it would be more confusing. But modern gamers, you know, they're little babies, they need everything like... They need everything handed to them. I've been calling these things stairs, they're really more like warps, but... Functionally the same thing as stairs, except you don't get your exercise. So I guess they're a little bit more like elevators. Yes! Here we come, Tiamat. The Lich, Merilith, the Kraken. Why is Merilith the only one that gets like a name instead of just like a descriptor of what species they are? What's so special about her? You have defeated 3 fiends and reached my lofty perch. We're gonna fry this bird. That's not a bird. All the better. May the image of Tiamat, the fiend of wind, be the last to burn in your eyes. I was expecting more like, you know, a skinny little dragon thing, which is almost like a bird. I mean, you know, dragons, lizards, reptiles, dinosaurs, they're basically birds. I think the gene that makes scales is like related or the same as this gene that makes feathers, and then you just have to like flip a switch or something. That's my very half remembered, quarter remembered knowledge of genes. Okay. Nalal. Let's go one by one. Let's try a Thundaga. Oh wait, it's casting Thunderbolt. It's probably not weak to the same thing it's using. But you know, I think that that's not necessarily the case in real life. Like, if you can set someone on fire, you're still weak to fire yourself. Just because you used fire doesn't mean that you're... you know, you're immune to it. Blizzaga. They did say that this thing has like no known weakness. Blaze. Woo! It missed. Nala missed Brian. Is that the ribbon? Is that the ribbon affecting it? Let's do a Healara, just in case. Is Quake gonna miss? Let's see if... Because it's floating a little bit, but if it's a big enough Quake, it should still reach it, because it's not that far off the ground. It's honestly like 2 centimeters off the ground. Let's do a Invisera. We haven't, you know, we haven't used evasion stuff before. Why is Peter so weak against this? Is it because of the dang old holiness of his sword or whatever? I know, let's try a null shock. Let's do Patera. Might as well Blizzaga it. I guess maybe Tiamat has, like, power over all the spells. Good morning, Evil Raphis. And so there's no one weakness. I mean, there's no, like, one element that it's, like, biased to. That's why there's no known weakness. But this is the Fiend of Wind, not the Fiend of, like, everything. Life is going alright, Evil. What's going on? My controller. My controller's not working. Let me turn this thing on and off again. Okay, there we go. That worked. That's always the answer to every tech problem. Turn it on and off again. Oh, maybe I should try Scourge. That's something that's outside of, like, the traditional elements. You know what? We didn't need to try Scourge. This thing was weak as hell. All these bosses, all these fiends have been underwhelming. Might as well put in an R there, call them friends, because they are just letting us at these crystals. Wind's Caress. We restored the Wind Crystal's light. Oh, that's interesting. I always thought that I was blocking the achievements, but I guess, like, I don't have, like, OBS set up to capture the achievements. Yeah, it's not included in the capture window. Okay. Well, we did it. We did it, folks. We also got the Adamantite, which, we need to take to the dwarves and put them to work. Their lazy asses need to start working. Maybe if they worked harder, they wouldn't be stuck in these caves. They'd have, like, a proper, like, town or city. Is this dwarf cave? Let's see. Mount Deergar. Okay, I think that's the cave. Huh? Hey, dude. Look what we got. I thought this was like a little turtle thing, but... or a hedgehog, but no. This is adamantite. Is this adamantite? Hoots! I'll use this to make you the finest sword you ever wield. I wonder if it's possible to construct your party such that there is no sword user. Done. In all my years, I never crafted a finer sword. Go on, take her. She's yours. You obtain Excalibur. We didn't even have to pull it out of the rock. It came rock free. Oh wow, it is a lot. It is a lot stronger than our current sword, the Sunblade. Crafted from a legendary metal, effective against all types of enemies. Doesn't discriminate. Anti-racist sword. What else? What else we got? I'm sure you'll put Excalibur to good use. The Earth is back to who it was before. Thank you. Warriors are light. Have you got wheel or smith? Smith? In the smithy keys. I'm looking for some leverstone. It's supposed to make an amazing material that makes things float in the air. Okay. Let's head to Cornelia. So that we can rest up in the inn. See if we can grab... see if we need to grab any items. And then from the PSP version, I remember that the Chaos Shrine was like dramatically harder than the rest of the game. But it may not be the case here. Maybe they fixed the balance. This lady. You know, I got these new shorts. Because I need some more shorts to wear. But the crotch is not high enough on the shorts. It's like... It's pulling my thighs together. You know, I need a little distance between my thighs. Maybe we'll get some more remedies. Some more Phoenix Downs. Why not? High potions. Why not? Let's just grab a bunch of things. We have a ton of money. We probably don't need like the camping and sleeping bag stuff, but because that's only useful in the overworld. We probably don't need the potions either, because we're a little bit beyond that, but... yeah, let's just keep grabbing this stuff. This is what I think is the final dungeon, so we might as well. I mean, we still have like half a mil in guild, but... Dang, look at that. Almost at the damage cap with our boy Peter. And his Excalibur. We have a hotel and casino called the Excalibur in Las Vegas. It's like kind of like medieval, kind of fantasy themed. We have anything here that's like... Oh yeah, I remember like some of the stuff was sealed with the Mystic Key. And I guess we could probably now go hit those rooms up. Although they're probably full of junk at this point. We're we're too far in the game for where we should have like opened up these chests. I need to start getting my pits out or something. Just air them out a little bit. They get a little sweaty. I'm pointing, I'm pointing my pit at, like, the fan that's off screen. It's helping a little bit. Just gotta hold my arms out. So there's a little airflow there. Werebuster, gold needle. I believe in some games, such as, like Chrono Trigger, it might also be Final Fantasy 12. Like, there are chests that get, like, stronger or impede on your ability to get, like, stronger items from different chests or something like that. It'd be cool if, like, they had this in Final Fantasy 1, where it's like you leave these in the Chaos Shrine, you leave the chest, and then later in the game when you come back here, all of a sudden you get in like actual items that are meta. Oh, I guess 999 is not the damage cap. You can go into the thousands. And then let's poke this little crystal, I guess. We've got all our little crystals charged. You focus the light of the 4 shining crystals: fire, earth, water, and wind on the black crystal. That's not black, it's kind of like blue. The flow of time surges and space begins to warp. Just one step forward and you will travel back 2,000 years in time. "2,000 years ago." Can you leave? Oh, no. There's a pillar blocking the way. Yeah, I don't remember you being able to leave, but it'd be cool if you could be all Chrono Trigger with it and be like meeting the past, you know, King of Cornelia or something. Oh. Come on. Sometimes I wish there were a button that was just like, let's get it on. Let's get it on already. I get it. I get what's happening. Okay. I see. So there are a bunch of stairs places. And then there's some kind of thing in the very top middle of this. Is it like a warp? Is it like a switch? Is it like a switch 2? Maybe, maybe. It's nothing. It's nothing, just a waste of time. Love it. You know, waste of time, that's a subjective view on the matter. You could also view it as extra steps to trigger more encounters, which gives you more EXP. Let's head to the right side. See what going up the stairs does for us. Come on. Well, it's not a dead end. Rios? I've never heard of a Rios. I know it's just a recolored Chimera. But what is a Rios in non-Final Fantasy terms? Okay. Okay. Looks like there are a bunch of empty rooms, and in the middle is a room which maybe it's the final boss? It's a little bit anticlimactic if that is the final boss room, because there wasn't that much there wasn't that much exploring to do here. But you know, this was the NES originally. Things were much smaller scale back then. No, Blaze! How did it know? How did it know I was using my Mage's staff? There seems to be some kind of tablet or something in the middle, and then 2 treasure chests. And this just looks like a little grunt. Yeah. Some little minion. One gil, 1 EXP? Come on. Don't be stingy, Death Eye. Just because I called you a minion? But I guess, you know, chumps carry chump change. Wow, these items really... they really, like, never expire. I wish I had known this earlier. This is a cool rendition on the crystal theme. I thought more was going to be happening. I thought some crystals are going to be flying around me. But I guess just like moving the stone is fine too. Here we are on the 2nd floor. Looks like there's only 1 pair of stairs, and it's the upper left. Ooh, actually there's rooms. And the rooms are all empty. Okay, what we got? We're here in the blocked off 1st floor. And we can go to the upper left again. It's kind of curious that we went down the stairs to the upper left and we ended up in the upper right. Which makes me think, like... is the Chaos Shrine just, like... built all, like, lopsided? Or is it just like, you know, this is chaotic. You don't know where you're gonna end up. Sometimes you go downstairs, you're coming from a different set of stairs. Those are the kinds of tricks that Chaos plays on you. Okay, now we need to go to the lower right. Yes, we were on this floor before and we reached that dead end with nothing to it. But we're back. We're stronger. We're wiser. We're out of pink Dr. Pepper. I would have to go downstairs to get some more pink Dr. Pepper. I do see there as poisons, but no need to fear. I've got like a bunch of antidotes. What I really need. Oh! Is this the fire crystal? Ah, this is the earth crystal. We're fighting the lich again. Hello, dude. Let's do Invisra. Is he stronger than he was before? Maybe. Is he significantly stronger than he was before? Remains to be seen. The Lich is like kind of undeady. So I would figure that fire would be like its weakness or something. But you know what? Things don't always work out that way. How about Blizzaga? Yeah. With these bosses, it's always underwhelming, you know, the strength of the magic spells. Maybe because I can't maybe because I can't figure out which ones to use. What if I use the light axe? So I can Diara it. Well, didn't need to Diara. Looks like I did alright. Did alright. So I don't need the Diara. Yeah, I guess essentially we're gonna be doing kind of a boss rush. Although we do have to travel. In order to make it over there, we do have to travel. So maybe it's more like a boss walk? A boss stroll? Okay, so... How am I gonna... Ooh! I missed these doors. When I was looking at the mini-map, I didn't see the doors. So, I was a little befuddled on how I was going to get to the other side, but... You know... when Squaresoft closes a door, or you open the Squaresoft games window, there's a door. Alright. Merilith. Sleepyhead. We're after ya. No Blaze. Let's go. Some of the elements, they feel like they're a bit more straightforward, like the opposite of fire in Final Fantasy games is usually ice. But then, like, sometimes you get a little turned around with, like, you know, what's Earth? Because Earth is not... There's not always, like, a wind spell. There's not always, like, an Earth spell either. There sometimes is, but it's not, like, one of the basic spells. Let me do a Hilara. Sandaga. I think we're all immune to death by now. Because I think we've all got Protect Rings. Let's try a Quake. I don't know. Brian's magic is always so underwhelming on these bosses. I guess the strength of the magic in this game is that, you know, a lot of the spells can hit multiple enemies. And so it's appealing in that sense. But they're not necessarily strong. We did it. 2 more fiends to go. We got Kraken and Tiamat. I guess like they tell you, at least for Tiamat, there's this no known weakness. So it's like, yeah, you don't even have to fumble through your spells. They're all gonna be mid. Why did that focus get cast? Why are they doing status spells on us? These enemies are trying to play the long game, but their lives are not going to be long enough for the long game. Yet another one of those little doohickeys. Right, there are 3 stone tablets in the center. I don't know if they're important. There are also stairs. I don't know if the tablets are just nonsense. Because a lot of times these little things that look like they should be switches or important in some way are not. They are just there to get your hopes up and then dash them. Deep eyes. Deep eyes, deep eyes. Deep eyes. That's almost something. That's almost something if only like deep eyes was a word. You could almost say like deep eyes despise deep eyes, but it's like where would the S come from? What is this? Nothing. I feel like in this Pixel Remaster, they're kind of like... yeah, they're kind of like leaving a lot of stuff on the table where they can like add flavor text or something. Just to jazz things up a bit. Because otherwise you're getting floors that are like 80% empty. Oh, here we are. Kraken time. Look at this. Look at this stupid, ugly little thing. I know it's supposed to be like squid-like, or like, you know, something along those lines. But it does remind me more of like a pig. And it looks sad. It looks like a sad pig. Sad, ugly pig. Oh my god, Brian's dead. Let's just use a Phoenix down, because I've got so many. I don't want to have to expend my precious MP. Do I use a Halaga or a Karaja? I don't know what a lot means. Like, Brian's, like, not got that much, He doesn't have that much HP, so Hilaga might work. That wasn't that wasn't that much. You know, you tell me a lot, I'm expecting at least 300. That's what happens when they use subjective words like that. I miss Brian's old casting stance where he would just like put his hands up. You know, hands up to the side like he's convicted of a crime or something. If I do a null frost, I'm kind of I'm kind of doing make work for my girl Lois. We didn't need to make work. It's like when you don't do like an assignment or a project or something, and you have to make a presentation, but then like the class ends before it gets to your turn, so you luckily get to skate by another day not having done the project. There's one room to the far bottom right. But I don't want to go there unless I have to. There's no... Oh. No. Hey, auto battled. I didn't mean to do this stuff. I didn't mean to have these commands. But there's no guarantee that the room is gonna have anything for us. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, Matt. I prefer Tamara Matt. Although, if I'm being honest, I always prefer Tia over Tamara. Because in the show, she was always like the more responsible, you know, brainy one. If I were Tamara's father and sister, I would have a hard time. Not just preferring Tia. But maybe it's my own bad parenting that would have created Tamara. You would expect the legendary Excalibur, the strongest sword, to be doing a lot more than whatever random stuff we have on Stewie. I wonder how the damage is calculated, if it like changes its stats every turn. Its resistances, its strengths, weaknesses, whatever. Because the damage can be... it can vary so much. Let's just do a regular heal. You know, our wizards lost so much swag when they graduate from mages to wizards. They used to have like some mystery about them. Now they're just some guys. Gender neutral. They're just some gender neutral guys. I don't really have to be... I don't really have to be casting heal with my MP. I mean, I do have the healing helm. Feels like it should be dying soon, right? Right? Might as well auto this thing. Oh, we're out of the Faraga tier of MP. It really is so silly that they give you Tiamat, and then in the next dungeon they give you Tiamat again. They should have just been like, surprise. This is my true form. Tamaramat. Okay. Are we gonna... We've beat the 4 fiends again. Are we gonna face off against Chaos now? We're almost there to the infamous twist of this game. You remember me? I was once the most renowned knight of Cornelia. "2,000 years from now, you killed me. I am Garland. Oh, you did defeat me then, but the 4 great forces saved me by sending me back through time. Once here, I sent the 4 fiends into the future, where they shall once again use the 4 great forces to send me into the past." See, I always thought this was cool. you know, he creates like a time loop that he lives within forever. And it's kind of reminiscent of like what Ultimecia in Final Fantasy VIII does. You know, in 2,000 years, I will remember none of this. But I will be reborn again here. So even as you die again and again, I shall return. Born again into this endless cycle that I have created. Now, he's not just Garland, he's Chaos. Maybe I'll just use... Maybe I'll use Brian to haste this up first. Let's use a Hilar just in case. Because Brian has such low MP. I mean HP. We may need to use a Hilaga. Oh, we have no more Hilara MP anyway. Hello, Couscous Fanatic. Tahohe to you too. Maybe let's cast Invisra, get our evasion up. But yes, the low effectiveness of offensive magic in boss battles has led me to this point where I'm basically just using Brian as another support. Which is fine, we all need support sometimes. Especially if you got, like, you know, big naturals like me. Is this the final boss? Yes, it is. It's Chaos. Who, twist, is Garland, the first boss you fight. He actually got sent back in time. Yes, when you beat him in the present, the four fiends, they send him back in time. And then, back in the past, he sends the four fiends into the future. So it's a time loop. Let's use the healing helm. Does everyone have haste still? I guess Peter doesn't. There was a relatively new Final Fantasy game that had chaos in it. I think you're thinking of Final Fantasy Origins, where you play as Jack Garland. And yes, Stranger of Paradise. Final Fantasy Origins Stranger Paradise. I have that game. I never finished it. But you play as Jack Garland, and I assume it's like a story of how he becomes Chaos. Because in that game, he's always like talking about how he has to fight Chaos. But I think the twist is that he's going to become Chaos, and he didn't know. He didn't know all this time he was going to become the thing that he was trying to fight. Jack Garland in what's his face? Stranger Paradise looks like a generic American guy. Well, his name is Jack Garland. What do you expect? I guess I can start just using the null elemental spells. Yes, I think that in the PSP version of this game, I think Chaos is much stronger. I remember him being much stronger than this. Unless he has like another form that I'm forgetting. Also, if you look at his design, he has like 4 faces. He has one, like, you know, where you expect it, his head, and then he has like 1 in his belly, and then 2 on his knees. You know, I think they represent the 4 fiends, you know? He's powered up with his guys, just like a... Just like in... What was it, like Power Rangers or Ultron or whatever. Sometimes the guys combine and they make a thing. Cyclone! It's the first time I've seen Cyclone in this game. Didn't even know existed. Might as well cast haste on myself. Uri! Stewie! Let me just throw a high potion at Peter. He's kinda low. By Peter standards, anyway. Come on! I just resurrected Stewie. Let me use a healing helm. This. No! Brian! Okay, so... Phoenix down, and then let's Hilaga everyone. Hopefully the Phoenix down comes first. Like, usually item usage comes first in terms of... yeah. Turns. It's too bad we don't have, like... group healing stuff anymore. I guess I could have used the the little dry ether. Next turn I'll use dry ether. This guy has 4 faces? What is he facing? He's facing me. Cause listen. My face is the size of 4 faces, so... sometimes you need that many eyeballs just to, like, you know, get a good look at me. Although I don't know why you would want to get a good look at me. But yes, this is chaos. This is what Garland, the knight that rebelled, turned into. And I assume the 4 faces are because he got powered up by the 4 fiends. You know, sometimes you get together with your buddies and you just, like, you know... you just wanna... get up all inside each other. See how powerful you can become. I know it's the final boss, but he has so much HP. It's not, like, difficult. Really, it's just that he is very tanky. He's a very beefy guy. No, Peter! Ugh. Lois cast magic too fast. I wanted to get either raised up before she did her heal. Give my boy Peter a break. Will she trigger before... Will Lois trigger before Brian? Because that's what I need. Yes! No! Oh, it's fine. It's fine. No one died. You know who I wish would die? A lot of people, but, you know, Chaos is one of them. You know, sometimes people are like, oh, you shouldn't wish death on people, and it's like, well... Hasn't worked yet, so... I don't know why I need to be cautious about it. Obviously, my wishes don't work. Maybe it's one of those things, it's like the more you wish death on a person, the longer they live. Or at least for me. And maybe that's why I'm not supposed to do it. Maybe I'm supposed to be, like, wishing people live long and prosper or whatever. And that speeds up the clock. Maybe sometimes you gotta give, you know... You gotta give the universe that reverse psychology. Oh, he cast haste on himself. That's new. Is he close to dying if he did that? Sometimes enemies change up their attack patterns when they're lower in health. Let me try it slow, see if that... Woo! Dang, why... Hi, Noxalato. Why? Why'd you get so strong? You know, in later Final Fantasy games, they would have like a... They have like a little thing where he's like... you haven't seen my true power! And then you would know that you entered a different phrase. But here it's a lot more opaque. You have no idea what's happening at any time with these bosses. Tsunami? That's a new one! I didn't even know they had water spells. in this game. Not to mention tsunami, like usually it's like water, water ga, whatever. .420, blaze it. Thankfully, that skipped that period of time where my boy Brian would be dead. Let's do. Ooh. He did 600 damage to Peter, the one with all the armor. This guy is getting strong. Alright, so... let me use an ether. Okay, let's hope he doesn't wipe out my team this turn. That would be very bad. Very bad. He very well might wipe out my team this next turn. It's just a crapshoot. It's just... who knows? Oh god. Ugh. No! I spent so much time fighting. Maybe let's go to the previous floor and see what that chest I skipped had. Maybe it was like the win the game item that I skipped. I can't believe it. I can't believe they made me fight that long just to give me a game over. Deadly gas! I know something about that. Worst comes to worst, maybe I just grind a bunch outside of the room where Chaos is in. Masamune! A legendary katana without match. Wait, maybe... Okay. It's stronger than the Excalibur, but also Stewie can't equip the Excalibur, so let's have it on him. So, it is a good item. I don't know if it's gonna be, you know, the Kingmaker here. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if there's other things that I could get that would do... that would, like, massively upgrade my characters. I mean... weapons don't really matter that much for Lois and Brian. They're just kind of doing whatever. Their stats are their stats, and they're not very impressive. Yeah, I'm trying to stretch out my back more. Like, I'm varying up the moves I'm doing. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Alright. Let me use some of these ethers. Get my mages topped up. Well, my wizards. They're no longer mages, they're wizards. You know, they grow up so fast. Maybe the new weapon, the new sword will help us. The endless cycle. Even as you die here again and again. He foresaw this. He foresaw that I would die. Alright. Patera. Aced. Yes. Protera has like that honeycomb effect because we're just little bees trying to protect our honey. You know, our honey named Sarah, Princess Sarah of Cornelia, who apparently wants to marry all four of us. Sure, why not? Let's do a Hilaga. I don't know about all of that, DXR. I don't think I'm dancing to mate. I'm not some bird, you know. I'm just a simple little boy. Can I cast slow on him? Will it work? No! Ryan! Brian, no. I wish we had a better Phoenix down, you know. A Phoenix like all the way down or something that would like heal some amount of HP after you resurrect a guy. What's happening? Why is my controller acting up? Let me turn it on and off again. Maybe it's just running low on battery. No! That should be illegal. It cast Kiraja. It healed itself to full. Come on, that should be illegal. Why would they do this to me? This guy already takes forever to defeat. Why throw in a full ass healing spell in there too? Gosh, am I put on this earth just to suffer? Time to hit him. Hit Lois with that dry ether. Hit her with that... that powder. Hopefully he can only cast Kiraja one time. Otherwise, that's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous that he can cast it anytime. But hopefully it's only one. Gosh darn it. Okay. Let's throw another dry ether at her. Oh, 1,000 damage. That was so cool. We loved it. We love to see those big digits. I don't know, let's maybe give him a high potion. Chaos does so much damage that I don't think a high potion matters, but okay. Lois was a little slow on that. That's fine. That's fine. Why does Excalibur do such little damage? It's supposed to be good against everything. It's supposed to be the best sword in the whole world. That dwarf was scamming me. Oh jeez. They started. He started with his murder campaign. No! No! This is going just like it did before. No! Elixirs, elixirs. No! 111! 111? What am I, a Japanese dog? 111? Maybe I gotta go to other floors and see if there are other chests containing other things that I could be othering. I don't know what else I could be doing. I don't know what else I could be doing other than getting more items, getting getting more levels. What about the whole left wing of this map? It doesn't look like there's anything from our little mini-map, but maybe there's some hidden treasures. Maybe there's a win the game button. Maybe I should have never gotten a black mage at all. Maybe in the very beginning I should have gotten like a monk or something. Left side of the map had nothing for me. The Lufenian village, it did have those things that look like they might be shops, but they didn't have any doors. Maybe... I don't know, maybe if I went there, they'd be shops now, and I would be able to get some items. Oh, there are chests here that I didn't get. Tech cloak. Yeah. Lois already has it. But... tell you who doesn't have it. Brian. Oh, there are more chests than just the two. I didn't know I missed all these chests. Maybe these will make a difference. Elixir. Blech. Blech. These things don't even look like lizards. They look like some weird bug. I know what a lizard looks like. I've seen them. I've seen plenty of them. Another protect ring. Everyone's got a protect ring. I'm basically Lord of the Protect Rings. I've got so many. What? Another one of these. Sasuke's blade? We have something better than Sasuke's blade. I'm gonna go feed my cats and get another pink Dr. Pepper. Yes, enjoy the music here. You know, my cats came up to me. They came up to me with tears in their eyes and they were like, Daddy, Daddy, did you beat the game yet? And I had to tell them no. No, chaos still reigns. Just a little baby oil. Keep me lubed up. Cats don't have any stuff to pack. DXR. They don't have anything. They have to get off their asses and buy some property before they're able to pack anything up. Let's see. Oh. I'm just crawling through this entire dungeon like a roach looking for any scraps of food. You know, sometimes I don't know if it would be better or worse if... No, it would probably be worse. I was thinking about, like, what if the cats could, like, feed themselves, you know. They do have things like that. They have automatic feeders and stuff, but the thing is, you can't trust my cats. They would overeat. They're just like me. You know, like pets mimic their owners, just like me, they would overeat. I got an achievement, Seasoned Hero. Reached level 50 for all party members. Might as well check. What's going on in the world? Maybe I'll look up, like, what's a strategy to beat chaos? If I'm missing something obvious. What the hell? Apparently... Yes, I very rarely read books. And my cats don't really read as either. But apparently... I have just learned this. Apparently, you can stack buff spells. You can cast them multiple times and raise them up. So all this time, maybe I just needed to like stack up the protect spell a bunch. Maybe that's why... Maybe that's why I was hitting so hard at the end. They expected me to have a bunch of protect layered up. A bunch of defense. In the later Final Fantasies, those are like one-time casts. In the later Final Fantasies, it's just like, oh, you have protect up, you get half damage. There's no stacking. Gosh darn it. Maybe I should have been, you know, listening to those tutorial NPCs or whatever. I should have been hitting up those old men and letting them talk my ear off about mechanics. You know, in the new live-action Moana, The Rock is in it as the god Maui, and he's wearing like a bodysuit for all the tattoos and stuff. But it makes it so he doesn't have any nipples. And this is not an oversight that would have happened with like whoever directed Batman and Robin. I really don't... I don't think you can be a god if you don't have nipples. That's like being a scholar without having a brain. I need to go to the top. Okay. You know... I'm not sure if I cheated in Final Fantasy 1. I definitely cheated in Final Fantasy 2. But I might have... When I played Final Fantasy 1 and I felt like there was a difficulty spike at the final boss Chaos, I think I might have edited the values so that I had... You know, I had max stats or whatever. Because I just wanted to end it, but... Maybe if I had toughed it out, I would have learned that you can stack support spells. We learn through adversity. And that's why it's important not to just avoid it. Sometimes you need to let things get rough so you can get sanded down into Am I going the opposite direction? Which way am I going? I think I'm going the opposite direction. I think I was backtracking. But yes, sometimes in order to get polished, you need to get roughed up. I need to be getting down, right? I think so. I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little loopy. Maybe I'm getting a little chaotic. Maybe I'm getting a little drunk off this pink Dr. Pepper. Can I also stack haste? Maybe I can. Because I have found haste to be underwhelming. Maybe I just need to like keep on layering those hastes so that I can actually get somewhere in life. You're conjuring up in what are they called? What does YouTube call them? They're not just emojis, right? They're like emoticons. I don't know. But you're conjuring up emotes that are non-existent. I don't think I have enough. I don't think I'm on the tier of like YouTube channel that is able to add emotes. I don't know if it's worth it to... I don't know if it's worth it to be wearing the ribbon. He's not really casting status effects. But maybe that's because he's like, he knows that we've got the ribbons on. Let's sort these items through. Okay, give me the spiel. I know it's you, Garland. Yeah, time compression. Woo! Okay, so in between heals when I don't need healing really, I guess I'll just like stack on those Terras. Let's Protera again. Lois, please hold on. Okay, Lois held on. Yeah, there's not a miss like there would be, I guess, if it didn't affect us. But it doesn't show anything special on this little status thing. So it's hard to know if they're taken. I'm just trusting a random Reddit post. I don't know, she doesn't seem so speedy for how many hastes I put on her. I might as well start layering on some ethers. Maybe I should have gotten those status boost skills all along. I don't know, there's still a lot of damage being dealt. And it's not like that late into the battle, I feel like. Basically just using Brian to throw items at people. That's fine, we all have our place in this world. Some people's places are more glamorous. Some people You know, they just belong in a dumpster. I got a bunch of items, I might as well use them. It would also be useful if there were like an HP bar or something to tell me how far I am in it. In this battle. Yes! Did it. Okay. He's getting burnt up in the atmosphere. Like the piece of space garbage he is. He didn't even cast Kuraja that time. He went easy on me, I think. I think he took pity on me, and he went easy. Thanks, DXR. The time loop was severed at last. The endless struggle that raged over 2,000 years had ended, and peace prevailed once more. The light of the four crystals restored the forces of wind, water, earth, and fire. But what about Heart? How are you gonna summon Captain Planet that way? It was a mere trick of fate that had given rise to the chain of Garland's wrath. Get it? Because Garland is kind of like a... It's kind of like a chain. It's kind of like a chain of like, you know, flowers or plant stuff. But magnified by the four forces meant to guide our world, that trick of fate also gave birth to the fiends. Monsters had run rampant as the world sank into darkness. But all that is now past. With the four forces flowing as they were meant, the warriors prepared to cross time and return to the world they knew, a world where Princess Sarah, Queen Jane, and even Garland himself await. Wait, is Garland not dead? Did we return to before Garland tricked everyone? When was this fateful day that sent time spiraling into a loop? None can say. It seemed the cycle into which time had fallen would last forever, but the bravery of four young travelers changed that. They took the forces that filled the world with darkness and used them to bathe the world in light. They're really underestimating how fast they can read. None will ever recall the struggle the four endured. For the breaking of the chain means that it never existed. But within the tales of fantasy that people tell, the memory of their deeds lives on. Tales of dwarves and elves, of dragons and shining civilizations that reached for the heavens even as they fell. And now, their return is upon us. Dude, this this isn't even the credits. This is just the epilogue. We've seen no people credited yet. With the memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts, they will quietly watch over our world. Remember, always, that the forces of the world must be used as they were intended. That the power of light must never be used for dark. And that the true crystals reside in your heart. If the true crystals resided in my heart, why did I have to travel the world? And also, of course you're not gonna use light for dark. You know, you're not gonna use a flashlight to, you know, dim a room. For you are the warrior who crossed time. You are the bringer of light. Light pollution is actually a big problem here. You know, you can't see the night sky here because there's too much light. Sometimes you need a little darkness. Sometimes it's not good to bathe the world in light. Sometimes, you know, you gotta hold off on bathing a little bit. That's what I do. To fans across the globe, both past and present, and to the crew who brought the originals to life, we offer our profound and heartfelt thanks. It looks like an eye. You know, it looks like an eye with a pupil in the middle. Yes, they're thanking me. I'm all of these people. I create this game, in a basement somewhere, in the basement of SquareSoft, all by myself. The reason I have so many different names is that here's a trick. You register under a bunch of different names in a company, you're getting a bunch of different paychecks, and you're saving a lot on tax. Michelangelo di Ledesma. What a name. Overall, I don't know. Final Fantasy 1 is just kind of like an okay game. And I don't know. There were quality of life improvements for the Pixel Remaster, like the auto battle and everything. But I wish there were a little bit more to the graphical upgrades. I also kind of wish they went back and they did like some of the 3D remake stuff again, like how they made a 3D remake of Final Fantasy 3 and a 3D remake of Final Fantasy 4. No. Or maybe they could have just, you know, added some animations to the battles and stuff, like, you know, made those guys move a little bit. I did like the redone soundtrack. I did. I thought the mini-map thing was a little bit silly because it seemed like it was obviously designed for there not to be like a clear map that shows you everything. It was like supposed to be more maze-like, but also like the encounter rate is like so high that I'm not sure I would have wanted to, you know, poke around that much and struggle to find my way through these maps. Woo! It's like I'm in space. Who knows what these dots are? I don't know. Maybe they're little crystals. Maybe it's ice, cause like there might be ice in space. I think there's like sometimes ice in like on like meteors and stuff, and then I think that people theorize that that's how like Earth got some of its water or something. Bunch of like icy meteors like, you know, pummeled our rock and then gave us a bunch of water. I'm not sure. You know, I'm no geneticist and I'm no astrophysicist. I'm just a boy standing in front of a game asking it to love me. Doug Bone, Digital North American Sales and Operations. What a name, Doug Bone. Ah, damn. How many people worked on this thing? Gas, sales, and marketing. What does gas stand for? Germany, Austria. What's the S in there? Switzerland? What countries border Germany? You know, I would skip these credits, but I know someone out there is a big credits head. I know some people are just like, oh yeah, you gotta stay for the entire credits. They're almost done anyway. The end. Oh, my controller fell asleep because I wasn't touching it. Save completed data. Yes. I think there might be additional, like, after the game dungeons. Because I know that they did add, like, an extra dungeon to, like, the GBA slash PSP version. Now we can look at some of this art. Here's the splash. Here's the title splash for 1987. It's very icy. I know it's supposed to be like crystals, but it is very icy. I like the font choice and everything. And by Her Majesty's side, there's... That doesn't really look like the warrior that we play as. I think the warrior that we play as is like red. But yes, I guess that's Princess Sarah in the mirror with the little dragon. Oh yes, by Her Majesty's side, unused. Yes, this is the red version that more accurately matches the sprite. Princess Sarah. Uncharted Lands. Flying Fortress. That is not what the Flying Fortress looked like. The Flying Fortress was just like one single tower. Battling the Dragon. Battling the Otsu. We fought so many of those on the river. Battling the Kraken. I don't remember him wrapping his tentacles around me, but sure. Battling the Behemoth. The Cloud Sea Jin. out. Chaos enthroned. Ah, there's Chaos. He's sitting at his big old skull throne thing. He doesn't have like as many faces. He has like the face on his head and then the face on his like crotch, but he doesn't have his knees. His knees don't have the faces that we see in game. Warriors of Light A. Warriors of Light B. Warriors of Light C. Warriors of Light combat the Jinn. I'm forgetting if we had like a big Jinn battle. Goblin. That's me. Basilisk. Ah, yeah. These are the things that I were like that were called lizards, but I didn't think they were lizards. Gigas. The Hagen. I fought so many of those. Shark. And these guys too. On those open seas. Skeleton. Brawler. Hellhound. It's interesting that these hellhounds, they're kind of cheetah-like rather than strictly dog. Like I can see the dog in like the head, but the body it's like spotted like a cheetah. Anaconda. Scorpion. Minotaur. Troll. Ah, yeah. Making its signature I'm freaked out pose. Ghost. I think the ghosts were some of my, you know, more favored enemy designs. I like them a lot. Zombie. Medusa. Rakshasa. These are also in the Persona games. These are one of the demons you can make. Sabertooth. Gargoyle. Dragon. Green slime. Not looking so green here. Tarantula. Manticore. Beretta. Mummy. Cockatrice. Tyrannosaur. This is a big ass head. It's like, it's got like the alien xenomorph kind of head. And it's got its little hands going, what's up? Crocodile. Ultu. Hydra. Soldier. This thing is designed so strangely. It's like it's a little guy inside some kind of mech suit, maybe? I don't know, unless he's like very mutated. Naga. Chimera. Mind Flayer. Golem. Black Knight. Dark Elf. Nightmare. Lich. Merilith. Kraken. Tiamat. You know, there are like all these heads to Tiamat, but there are only so many like arms. I don't think there are arms for every head. I don't know if there's any jealousy that arises from, you know, being able to control an arm. Chaos. There he is. He's got the proper amount of faces on him. And that was all of them. That's Final Fantasy 1. Ugh. We did it. we mastered those pixels. Let me just look at what's in this completed game. Is it not going to tell me? Is it not gonna be like, oh, there's a extra dungeon? Maybe there's no extra dungeon in this. But why would you have a complete save game if there's no extra dungeon? I don't know. Whatever. Oh my god, my guild's maxed out. Anyway. Thanks for keeping me company, DXR, as I restored peace to this land and tried to exercise a little bit. Bye bye.